herd immunity is back on the table. And yeah, I hate to do this, but I told you so. And I've got the pinned post on my Canadian Libertarian Facebook page to prove it. I'm actually looking at it right now. It was back on April 26, 2020 is when I warned this. Let me just read it for you now. It was a headline article out of CBC News that said Canada's top doctor warns against the idea of herd immunity for COVID-19 response. And what I wrote when I shared this article was, keep this in mind when there is a vaccine for COVID-19 and these very same people start telling people they have to get it in order to create herd immunity. Now fast forward to basically an entire year after that post, and here we are today. First one, this one's out of True North. Fury. Do 75% of Canadians want to get the COVID-19 vaccine? True North Wired, April 25th, 2021. Earlier this week, Dr. Theresa Tam says lockdowns will only be lifted by the summer if 75% of Canadians are vaccinated. While Canada's slow vaccine rollout makes Tam's goal appear unattainable, the other important question to ask is if 75% of Canadians even want to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Anthony Fury discusses in his latest video. So this is just one example, one bit of evidence with Theresa Tam coming out. And once again, yeah, the very same Theresa Tam that said basically exactly a year ago that herd immunity, oh no, we can't go down that road for a strategy, right? But now, what are they trying to attain and achieve in Canada? But herd immunity. Once again, kind of reminiscent of another contradiction back earlier on when that same Theresa Tam was saying, no, don't wear a mask, no need for a mask, right? And then we found out subsequently that actually they completely reversed course, started forcing you to wear a mask, and the only reason why they were suggesting earlier on not to wear a mask was because they didn't figure they had enough to go around. So did they care much about your health then? Once again, I'm not a proponent of mask mandates, and I definitely don't support them, but I can definitely point out the contradictions of these so-called experts. Anyways, I got another article here. This one's out of CBC News. New Brunswick, of all places. Herd immunity is still an elusive but important goal, virologist says. The more the virus spreads, the more it will mutate. This is reported April 28th, 2021. Life won't get back to normal until we've achieved herd immunity, says a professor of virology and immunology at Memorial University in St. John's. But exactly what that is remains a bit of a mystery, said Rod Russell. Public health officials have been suggesting herd immunity is achieved when 75% of the population is vaccinated against the coronavirus. Russell said that number's a guess. There's really no magic number, he said. We're hoping that 75% vaccination will give us enough herd immunity that it'll contain outbreaks. But that still leaves 25% who are still susceptible to the virus, and those people can continue to spread it. To really eliminate the virus from a population, you need to be even higher than that. You need to be up into the 90s. Whatever the right percentage is for herd immunity, that's a number that will keep us out of the risk of outbreaks, he said. So like I say, folks, two examples coming out now, and you could definitely find many more, where they're starting to pump up this herd immunity narrative once again. And we've seen examples, and I reported on it earlier, I believe it was a live stream I was doing, where the WHO has removed the pretense of herd immunity by naturally contacting the virus. Typically there's two ways that you can build up immunity, which is to contact the virus and get over it, or by way of vaccination. But as we see, the World Health Organization has subsequently removed the natural type of herd immunity from the equation and only left herd immunity as a consequence of vaccination. So more tweaking of the narrative and misrepresentation of facts, all to drive home a one-size-fits-all approach or narrative that seems to just dominate over the entire globe. Seems like it's very, very coordinated and done in such a top-down way that any dissenting voice is quickly quashed, quelled, or the person is suggested to be what? A conspiracy theorist or far-right personality? I mean, you've heard the kind of derogatory terms they use to anyone who challenges the status quo these days. But once again, this is all just proof. It's all further evidence, something to have on record to show that, once again, these people have been lying to you and deceiving you in a multitudes of ways for a long time and since the very beginning of this outbreak. Why people continue to trust these so-called experts or their thought leaders, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know the day will come where a lot of them will live to regret it. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.